welcome back to the Strange Noise Podcast, everybody.
Yo, yo, yo.
What's up?
How's it going?
Chilling.
Good.
It's good to see you guys.
Yeah, it's good to see you too.
Even though we see each other every week.
Every Monday
Yeah.
and Tuesday we see each other.
Yeah.
It's not enough. Like I think maybe the last time I was like, man, maybe we should schedule a fucking in-between podcast.
In-between.
Like it'll be called the in-between or something.
The in-between. Oh, that sounds like a good...
It's like just the
Add-on
nonsense shit that we
I mean,
sometimes talk about.
I mean, don't we always just talk about nonsense?
It is nonsense, but you know,
It's fun nonsense.
It's
it's fun nonsense. Yeah.
I'm wondering if like the whole like lockdown. Oh, you got dust. The whole like lockdown thing like has gotten me like wanting to be a little more social.
There you
like,
go.
Mhm.
I mean, but like it's limited to you guys. So.
Yeah.
That's it.
You know what's funny is I watched this. Have you guys seen The Night Clerk?
No.
This is totally unrelated, but I'm going to use up some time that I had allocated for this moment for this now, because they're reminding me of you. There's a guy who has Asperger's, and because I've heard you mention before, like maybe it's just Asperger's, you know. But
It's a
seeing this guy, oh my god, you couldn't be further from fucking from this guy. It's like so bad. It's crazy, not bad because obviously there's nothing wrong with it. Just acts different.
Yeah.
Completely different.
Just super socially awkward.
Yeah, and it's the
Yep.
guy that's on Ready Player One, the actor.
Oh, okay.
Wade
okay.
Watts.
Oh, what was the movie called again?
Night Clerk.
The Night Clerk.
Ooh, I
Yeah,
wanna
it's
check
on
it out.
Netflix right now.
Ooh,
So if you want to
Gotta
check it
watch
out, it's your time right now.
gotta check that
Yeah,
out.
it's good. It's short, sweet, maybe like hour 30 at
That's
the
not bad.
most. So
I kind of like that kid too. I remember the first thing I saw him in was the X-Men, right? He plays young Cyclops. Yeah.
does he?
Mhm. And the
Yep.
First Class.
Yeah, you're right.
X-Men First
Correct
Class.
Mundo.
Dude, Ready Player One was
Hold
the
on.
first time I recognized him.
No,
That's
that's the
not
kid.
him?
That's the kid from Whiplash.
No.
I believe
What the
so.
fuck is Whiplash?
You never seen
The
Whiplash?
jazz
drummer?
movie
Yeah,
with,
the jazz.
No.
what's
With,
his name? He's also in a Marvel movie. He's also in Spider-Man. He plays Jay Jameson.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh no, I'm not familiar.
yeah. I think that's the kid.
Ooh, we're gonna have to fact check that.
Yeah, we're like all over the place now.
Yeah.
We're from person to person.
This is it.
But,
Strange Noise.
but yeah,
So,
strange
welcome
noise.
to the podcast.
Yeah. This is it.
Welcome. If you made it through that whole opening spiel, please hit the subscribe button.
Yeah, for sure.
You're
Let
gonna
us
wanna
know
do
you
that.
appreciated it.
Yep.
Click the little bell so you're notified when we drop these.
Bing.
This gold here.
Yes. This is the stuff, man.
The nugs of gold.
Yep. The little the nugs of gold. We're
Fucking
breaking
nugs
those
of
up and
gold.
packing them. Yep. That's it. That's it.
Nugs of knowledge. There you go.
Love it.
You don't need any more of the Fox News or MSNBC nonsense.
No,
you need to come here.
Nah.
You need
Got
to
it here.
get your mind off of that.
Trump
Yeah.
calls it fake news anyway, you know?
Exactly. It's all fake news.
We should just adopt it. Be like, yes, we are fake news.
Hell
but
yeah.
Just totally like lean into
why
it.
not? Yeah. That's actually not a bad idea.
Ooh, and then we can create a new like montage where like Trump is just promoting us by saying fake news.
That's what's up.
That's sick.
Well, I think we discussed it yesterday, and in the future we are going to have Trump on here.
We're trying
So,
to.
Yeah, we're trying. We're
Yeah,
getting
we're
everything
trying
ready. Got to get the questions.
Yeah, maybe via Zoom, but for sure.
Well, he'll be
it's
in-
the
he'll be in
works,
here.
You know?
We have to make sure that they're on like font .36
Yep.
on his teleprompter,
Yep.
and only yes or no questions.
It'll be.
Yep. As requested by his people.
Oh, that is true. That is true.
Yep.
Yep. But speaking of bad apples, the other day I bit into like my first bad apple ever. I don't know
Oh
if you have ever been into a bad apple.
no, I've never been to a bad
Was
apple.
Homer staring you down? Oh,
No, I thought I saw like a spider or something. So
oh, yeah. Sorry.
It's pretty fucking disgusting.
I've never had a bad apple.
Dude, completely I want to say sour, but it wasn't sour. It was just mush inside, dude. So as soon as I took that bite, it was just like, and I fucking threw it out my window because it's biodegradable. I don't litter. So I thought, fuck that.
Oh yeah,
But,
some animal will eat it.
Yeah, it's
good.
fucking apple. But it was a bad
Plant
apple.
trees. You're
But
good.
it just
Johnny
made me
Appleseed did it?
realize like I'd never been into a bad apple before.
Is it worse, or have you ever drink rotten milk?
I've had rotten milk. It's gross.
I have. It's very gross, dude.
Which one would you say was worse?
Oh, dude. I think the rotten milk's worse.
Rotten milk is pretty rank.
Yeah. Yeah, because the bad apple doesn't necessarily taste like rancid or anything. It just tastes wrong. It's like just all like mush and soft, and it's like you don't want it.
Yeah.
The consistency is so
Ooh.
bad.
You know what I just had the other day? It was I don't know if you call it rotten, but it was an avocado. So the outside was super soft,
Yeah.
but the inside was super hard.
Oh.
So like once you got to the core, it was weird.
What? That's
And
so weird.
and it had like
Was it like not ripe enough?
well, that's what I thought, but I was like, why is the outside so mushy then?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Like it was like that good mush where like you're like
Oh
immediately
yeah, it's ready.
guacamole.
This
Yeah.
is some guac right here.
But then like I got to the core and it was hard. It was almost the what do you call it? The hardness of an apple.
yeah.
like, I was just like-
Whoa, yeah, that's tough.
So there's something wrong with that
That's
one.
tough avocado.
Tangent. How do you guys take out the pit from a avocado
Spoon.
spoon?
I'll do a spoon or do like you hit it
Yeah,
with
that's
a
what I
knife,
do.
and then
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
like-
the knife.
so you chop it with a knife and then you
You
kind of
pull it
twist
out?
and pull
Oh,
it.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I was
That's a nice little
anyways.
tactic.
That
Yeah.
was I don't know.
When you're on
Useless.
No, that's good,
avocado,
man.
we're Californians. We love our avocados.
Oh yes, we do.
Which, I mean, I never really, I take it for granted.
Yeah,
I do. I really do.
love me some
you know,
avocados.
not everybody can get avocados, especially
We're not
out of
those
country.
avocado toast people. So
No.
I fucking love avocado toast, dude. I don't do it, but I love it. I have
make
had
it
it.
yourself. You'll make it yourself.
Yeah, dude, it's good.
I'm not gonna spend freaking $8 at
I
a
won't.
place. Yeah.
But I do.
I mean,
enjoy
unless
it.
it's like got a nice egg on it,
Ooh,
and
yeah, that's what I'm
maybe
talking
some
about.
bacon,
Yeah.
too, underneath. It's just
If it's a full
It's
breakfast.
a fucking sandwich after that.
Yeah. And like a
Like
thinly
another one
sliced
put
sourdough,
together.
you know, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, you gotta do it right.
Yep.
It's not just any bread.
It's the only way you can do it.
Yeah, wheat sourdough, something like that.
No
Some
white bread.
artisanal fucking
I don't
bread
like that
or
white
something.
bread.
Nah,
Nah.
you kidding me? So basic.
Speaking of white bread,
Okay. Yeah, we're on with the segues.
the owner of the Washington Redskins, if you guys didn't hear, is in some more hot water again for the people coming down on him to change the name of their organization.
Oh, all right.
So
So
I don't
crazy.
know if you guys were paying attention, but they haven't been in the news before. Like I think it was 6 or 7 years ago. This had came up.
Okay.
Basically, the whole thing, exact same thing that's going on right now. Basically, people coming out saying that the term redskin is a racial slur.
Yeah.
It's insensitive, it's derogatory, and you need to change it.
Yeah.
So 6 years ago, he basically just put his foot down, said, I'm not going to change it. This is going to be the name. You can put that. He actually said this. You can put that in writing. We will never change the name.
Oh God.
Why did he put his fucking foot in his mouth?
I don't know.
Or,
dude. He couldn't foresee the future.
Yeah.
I guess not.
But they just released a new statement on Twitter, or I think no via their website, basically saying that due to the current social climate, that they are going to reconsider the organization's name with the help of I think leaders and maybe the minority leaders or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Basically saying that they're now going to consider changing the name.
So he dropped the whole, well, my great granddaddy first took this fucking land.
Yep. Exactly.
He dropped that whole fucking bit, huh?
Yeah, he just totally about faced.
Wow.
Because sponsors like, yeah, we'll peace out pretty much, probably. Huh?
Yes,
Yep.
that's exactly what it was. You know what's funny? I was watching an
There's
interview.
only one color that really matters. It's green.
It's green.
Dude, money talks, man.
Yep.
That should be their name. They should be the Washington Greenbacks.
There you go, dude.
Boom.
Oh,
That's
for
it.
real.
That's the only thing that
dude.
matters to them.
Yeah, that's
Money.
real. Remember when Chappelle said that? He was like, I want them greenbacks.
Yeah.
I don't even care. But man, that's better.
Dude, it was funny because you're exactly right, Ed. Basically, everybody was like, oh, he's getting with the climate. He's listening to social politics, especially the way he worded his statement.
Yeah.
But then it comes out later that one of the minority owners of the Washington Redskins is also, I believe, on the board for FedEx. So threatened to pull all FedEx ad revenue from the team.
Oh wow.
PepsiCo said they're going to pull all the revenue from the team. Target and Walmart told them that they are no longer selling their merchandise online
Oh shit.
until they change their name.
Whoa. That's everything.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Fucking everything.
That's everything.
Dude.
It's all their sponsors, all the money they're gonna give them, endorsements, everything like that. It's
Not
gone.
only that, I think this hurts even more right now because going into the season, they're not sure if they're going to have fans.
Yep.
So ticket sales aren't going to be there.
Yeah.
So he's got to be thinking like, oh, I need to do something.
Right.
And they're kind of, he's the kind of the laughingstock owner of the NFL. Everybody kind of makes fun of him because they're
So
such a
funny.
poorly ran organization
Yeah.
that everybody makes
Has
fun
it
of.
always been like that? How long has he been the owner? I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, he took it over in, I believe, let's see, what are we at, 20, so I think it was 2000, like 2003-ish.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
all right.
okay.
Yeah. So
Nice. It's like 17 years.
Yeah. Been about
That's
like
a
7.
while, yeah.
Oh,
So anyways,
hey, money talks.
It
You know?
really does, man.
I was going to ask, so I know you guys aren't the biggest football fans,
Yeah.
but what do you guys think of the name? And do you think it deserves to be changed? Where do you stand with that? Because this also poses the question, like if they ask the Redskins to change their name, it also poses the question to, the Cleveland Indians.
Yep.
What is it? The Chicago Blackhawks.
Yeah.
The Atlanta Braves.
Right.
It kind of puts them all in a similar. Maybe even the
It
Chiefs.
puts them in a similar, right? But I mean, it's a little bit different because Redskins is pretty much a derogatory term, correct?
It does sound derogatory,
Yeah.
for sure.
So I could get why Redskins would be changed, but not like the Braves or.
Even the Blackhawks doesn't sound
The Blackhawks
derogatory.
doesn't sound-
Yeah, I didn't think that. Like when I was reading some of the articles, they were talking about how like the Blackhawks or the Braves would have to change their name. The Braves have already come out flatly saying that they're not going to change their
Yeah,
name.
maybe the Indians, that would be something.
Yeah, because
The Cleveland Indians.
they, Native Americans don't really go for that term.
Right.
So-
Right.
But funny fact, the original name of the Washington Redskins were the Boston Braves. They were originally from Boston.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
And so
interesting.
they changed their name to the Redskins because they didn't want it to be associated with the Braves.
Yeah.
So that's the history of it. Which is funny enough that the owner at the time was pretty racist, but not racist to like Native Americans. He was actually racist to African Americans.
Yeah.
This is why they actually made fun of him a lot because all the other teams were bringing in African American players, and their teams were booming. The Washington Redskins weren't doing it, and so they sucked for the longest time because of it.
Oh, how funny.
That's hilarious.
So the original owner that did the name change to Redskins,
Yes.
they were racists?
Well, he was known to be racist.
Okay.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense for a racist to name something derogatory, I mean, if you're going to name a team, you wouldn't name it, Man, it's
The
going to
Los
get really
Angeles
crazy
Beaners?
real quick. That's a softer one. Thank you so much, too, because we're using something that's derogatory towards us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We
I was
can
going to
say
go somewhere else with that, but that's much cleaner. I like that.
Was I'm
We can-
swooping
we
in
can
there
clean
just
that
in
one up
case.
quick.
Yeah, get it.
So yeah, the Los Angeles Beaners. You have to live with that. That's your team, Like, why not be like the Los Angeles fucking white
Aztec
strongman,
shirt.
or like something that he can appreciate, or like the Zeus, or some, I don't know. Why the Redskins? Like, why the Redskins?
So-
I
so-
don't get it.
I mean,
Supposedly, from what I heard,
The
and
land?
the people that defend the name
Yeah.
actually say it was in honor of two of the staff that were Native American that were on the team at the time,
Okay.
and that they didn't find the term Redskin offensive.
Mm.
So that's what I've heard from people who are in defending it. Now, majority, I believe, Native
Times
Americans.
change.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
for
see,
sure.
That's the thing. I think what it matters most is not originally why they were named
Yeah.
is what the view of it is now.
Correct.
You know?
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, I get it and I agree, but it kind of sucks. Like, it's just like the whole like cancel culture thing. That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, it's like this weird place where like you kind of agree with it, but
Yeah.
at the same time, like I'm in the place too where like I don't want to like let cancel culture keep winning on certain things.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I kind of like have to be like, okay,
I get it why this one's fine.
When
Yeah.
you're right, you're right. Like
When you're right, you're right. Yeah.
Right.
I think we talked about it like off episode, but like cancel culture is like I only like support. I like don't support it, 98% of the time. But when it comes
Yeah.
to kids and other things, it's like, okay, I'll support cancel culture, for those things.
Yeah, because
Right.
Those
most of the time it feels just like an oversensitive reaction to things.
Yeah.
For most of the time.
Yeah.
But like on a certain thing like this, when they hit, you're just like you got to get on board. You're just like, okay, I see your perspective. But so possible name changes they were saying were the current quarterback Dwayne Haskins proposed the Washington Red Tails,
All right.
which are in honor of the Tuskegee Airmen.
All right.
Okay.
They've also floated the Washington Sentinels, I believe, because they wanted to go off the Replacements, the movie that Keanu Reeves was in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They also proposed the Warriors. I think they wanted to call them just the Reds.
All right.
And then I believe there were a couple of people that said the Blue Sox because they have the Red Sox, the White Sox, and then they would be the Blue Sox.
Oh.
To kind of be a little patriotic.
Yeah.
And then there's a couple other ones.
All right.
I can't remember the other ones.
Is the Warriors would be like the closest thing to Native Americans, correct? Right?
Yes,
Because
but
they probably shouldn't like. We're done with them Native Americans. Let's go to this other race.
see, that was my feeling. Like when I started thinking of it, I was like, you're just gonna forget you Native Americans. We're gonna go and honor this other,
This other
minority
race?
culture.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what actually I thought would be kind of cool. I don't know if it's an official term that they used to describe them, but the Wind Talkers. I thought it was kind of cool.
Oh.
Well, you know where that's from, right?
Yeah, because they were the Apache and different tribes. They would actually use their. I think they were code talkers. I think that's
Yeah. They implemented them, and I think in World War II
They actually started in World War One.
Well, there you go.
The ones that got most famous were the Apache or Cherokee and Apaches, I believe, in World War II.
Yeah.
But I was like, ooh, that could be very honoring. Like the Washington,
pretty cool.
Like Wind Talkers.
Do you know if they're going to try to keep the same mascot?
I would imagine for what do you call it? Like branding purposes, they would probably try to.
Yeah.
They would. I mean, the Chiefs still use.
Chiefs are Chiefs.
Yeah.
But they have an
Isn't it just a
arrowhead.
spearhead?
Yeah, they have an
arrowhead.
arrowhead.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, all right. Yeah, I mean, because I think we mentioned in the last episode with like the Lando's butter. They got rid of
Land O'Lakes?
Land O'Lakes,
Land O'Lakes,
yeah.
sorry, there you go. Land
Dude,
O'Lakes.
We that's what kind of butter we buy.
Yeah,
And then when we
some
were
good
putting
butter.
Yeah, I love it. By the olive oil one.
Yeah,
You haven't tried it?
yeah.
But we just bought some the other day, and then Vanessa was putting it away in the fridge. I was like, oh, look at the tub. I was like, you notice anything missing? And she looks at it. She's like, oh, the mascot's gone, or whatever. I was like, yeah. I was like, it got caught up in the whole,
Yeah.
Canceled.
Cancel. But hey, we are a percentage of Native Americans, but I
still want to do the 23andMe or something.
Yeah,
just
I
to
need to
see.
do that. For sure.
Yeah,
We should do
yeah.
that
I
and
would
then
like
like
to
do
do
it
that.
like a
That'd be a good
review.
episode.
Reveal.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Leave a comment or a like if you would like us to do some ancestry or 23andMe.
That'd be cool. See
Let
what
us
we
know.
are.
That's a good idea.
But I really never was into that culture, or anything like that. So
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I don't take offense by it, but because I haven't lived in that culture and stuff like that, and
Right.
rooted down deep in the traditions and rituals and everything like that about even the history, But it's just crazy. The cancel culture thing. It's just like,
Yeah, and it's hard because like I said earlier, like I kind of don't like they annoy me so much in certain things that like I don't
for
want to
sure.
give them a win. Like it's kind of like that one annoying kid in your class that's like always talking or something, and then they spouted an answer that's right. You're just like, oh, I don't want you to be right.
yeah, exactly. Just be spiteful now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's like something too, like that, like what you use that analogy, kind of like the same thing I got to take in effect when I hear things like that I should approve of, that I should know that they are good. And it's just like being spiteful. There's no reason to be spiteful.
Yeah.
When things are right, they're right. When things are wrong, they're wrong. You know, there's always a step to be better,
Mhm.
It's kind of like what we were talking about last episode of checking your bias.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
Perfect. That's it. Yeah.
You gotta be able to edit yourself to kind of reevaluate. Okay, why am I thinking this? Because sometimes you can kind of feel that like how you're feeling at something, but for some reason it's off or it's wrong. You kind of feel that, you know,
Yeah.
and you're kind of like.
I think anyone with a conscience gets that like little feeling. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know if people have
Some people
consciences.
don't. Yeah. Some people don't. That's for sure.
These days, man. But
anyways, to answer your question, I will answer because sometimes I think we talk about things and we don't actually answer
Yeah.
them.
We don't go back to the answer for sure.
So just to basically fucking, close my comment off, I never thought about it as racist before or derogatory. So I will say that, but man, I don't want to jump on that bandwagon of canceling things either. But I do feel if people are fucking hurt by it or they do feel that it is derogatory towards them, it being an NFL team, seems like something they should do.
Yeah.
I was one thing, I know we're going a bit long on this one, but so like the Redskins, pretty much like the color of their skin, right? Like that's the derogatory sense of it, right? Red.
Yeah, that it was
All
kind of. There's a couple of reasons why it came to that.
All right.
Like I think some people say that like it used to be said when they would hunt Native Americans, they'd be like, oh, bring me 5 redskins, and that was like a word for like bring me their scalp or something like that.
I get
so
what
it was
you're
kind
saying,
of a derogatory term in them being hunted. I've heard that. I don't quote me on that one. That's one I've heard.
Yeah,
That's fucked up, man.
because I'm thinking like, is that racist? The color of the skin, red, right? If you say someone's red, yellow, would you say that's racist? What do you think?
I mean, see, this is one of those
What
things.
if it was the Atlanta Blackskins?
Well, here's the thing. That's why I was getting to the point where, like Ray said earlier, he called blacks like African American, where usually, from what I read and hear, they'd rather be called just black.
Black is the
Because
accepted
you don't know
term,
where they're from, like where if they're African American, they couldn't have they can't they don't have to be from Africa.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Type
They've
of-
been here for generations. They're not-
Exactly.
Exactly.
They're,
Especially
they're American.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying. That's okay if we say blacks,
Right.
Blacks, their skin color is black, like we're brown skinned. Something
Mhm.
like redskins. It's just like red, like is black. I'm saying.
Yeah.
I guess it's up to the group in question to decide
Yeah.
whether they like it or not.
Right.
So like, and from what I've understood, most Native Americans don't like it. Like they aren't even keen to the term Native American from what I've.
Yeah, for
that
sure.
They actually like the term Native.
Or indigenous. No.
Indigenous, they're kind of up in the air with because Indigenous seems like as if they're other.
Oh, okay.
So they like the term
so
Native.
just natives.
Yeah, because they are the natives.
Right.
Yeah, they
you
are
know?
the natives of the land, pretty much. Yeah.
So
I would say that's most suiting.
yeah. The Washington natives.
Ooh.
The Washington natives.
I actually like that. That sounds
There you
pretty
go.
good.
Which I'm surprised that they're actually not putting a vote to it. I know we talked about this and seems kind of far out, but if you want something to be accepted and you want a really good reception, dude, you got to do some like research and development.
Yeah.
Put
for
it
sure.
out there, get the feedback from everyone else and then move forward. Don't
focus
just name
groups.
them like the fucking Washington bubblegums and hope that people are going to like it,
Yeah.
like, oh, it sounds sweet,
I think right now they're just in damage control because
Yeah.
I don't think he ever had any, thought that he was going to change the name.
Right. Well, he said put it in writing.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Make sure it's ink too.
Yeah, and then when all the sponsors and
Yep.
it's pulled out, they're like, all right,
when
cool.
they heard this
Yeah,
pocketbook.
he's like, wait
Yep.
a minute.
And not only that, too, I believe the last tally was that the Redskins are a $2 billion organization.
Oh, shit.
$1.5 billion organization. They're up there.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
alright.
So that'll hurt you pretty bad.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, big time.
So
Cool.
well, in other news,
What?
did you guys hear? Kanye is officially running for president.
I'm voting
It's-
for him.
It's Twitter official. It's Twitter official.
Twitter. That's where everything happens on Twitter.
If it's not, if it doesn't happen on Twitter, does it even happen?
Well, I mean, our current president actually does legit policy on Twitter.
Yeah, he does.
yeah. It's wild. So he mentioned it. Was it in 2018 when he first mentioned it, or
I believe the first mention of it was in 2018.
At like a concert, right? Where he said, I'm running for president.
like a
2020.
joke?
Oh no,
Almost
I think
in
it was
passing. It was like an
20
elevator pitch.
2015. I think it was
2015.
I think it was. I want to say it was 20.
Pre-Trump.
Yeah, I think it was while Trump was running. So I think he was like kind of inspired by that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
you
right
know what?
as he was
that feels
running.
right.
So if anybody hasn't heard, over 4th of July weekend, Kanye West announced via Twitter. I forget what he actually said. The official tweet said, "We must now realize the promise of America by trusting God, unifying our vision, and building our future." That's what his official tweet was. And then
2020 Kanye.
Hashtag. Any hashtags?
this one didn't actually put the hashtag, but
Oh, okay. Fuck it.
that was it. Anyways, Elon Musk tweeted his support for him. Basically said something
wild.
like I'm all for you, or I'm
alright.
backing you.
Yeah.
Something to that effect.
He probably wants to be in Kanye's administration. What would he
Oh,
He'd run a space force.
be?
Whoa, Space Force.
Dude.
That's what that was a question too. They were wondering, since he's so late and he's already missed the deadline for so many states. Who is he going to be campaigning with? You know, who is his team? So that's one of the big questions.
Yeah, someone would probably be his vice president.
See, and it's funny because another question was like, what would be his voter base? You know, because he's aligned himself with Trump quite a bit,
Right?
but at the same time, he's also like kind of reinstated his support for Black Lives Matter recently, right?
Yeah.
So, which a lot of the black vote is going to Joe Biden for the most part. So people are kind of saying like, okay, where is his voter base? You know, I mean, because we can't assume just because it's Kanye or just because he's black that he's going to get the black vote. You know,
Right.
So, I mean, the idea of like, is he going to like pull some of the Trump supporters? Is he going to pull some of the Democrats? Like, people are kind of asking like, is he playing spoiler?
Yeah.
You know,
It could be just a big gimmick too.
that's one of the other things. Like, I think for me, like for the most part, like I'm not really taking it serious. Like I feel like it's a Kanye stunt.
Yeah.
As if he's going to use it for his, because he did release a track recently.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I was wondering if that was leading also to like an album release. Is he going to do, like, is he going to name his album 2020 Vision or?
Yeah, it's for sure. Like it's like we said, the fact it's too late.
Yeah.
So it's for sure a gimmick. He's probably gonna like Taylor Swift, Joe Biden, and be like, he did the Taylor
Oh
Swift.
my God.
You had a great campaign, but so Trump had the best.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
Yep. Wow.
Ooh.
That's pretty funny.
Dude, I mean, the conspiracy theory mind out there is basically saying that like since he's for Trump,
Yeah.
he wants to, divide the vote enough where like he basically guarantees Trump another candidacy.
Because it'll be split between him and pretty much Biden, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But
That's a good tactic.
I wonder though. I mean, obviously,
I mean, it's a good tactic. It's not the right thing, but
No.
He could simply
But
just
I
go
can see it
campaign.
happening, you know?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because like he needs to put in for his campaign.
Right.
Like who the hell is it going to be in this administrative office? Like, dude,
that was what I was wondering too. Like who would be one? Like who would be his VP candidate?
Yeah.
Who would be in his cab? Who would he want as his cabinet? Like, dude, is Jay-Z and Beyonce, are they automatically on there?
yeah,
Nah, they're not even like good friends anymore.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no,
'Cause the
man.
whole MAGA thing, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right. You're
Yeah.
right.
I mean, maybe Virgil Abloh, he might be.
freaking.
See, that's it. Those are the culprits. Those are fucking. We're suffering here, you guys.
We're suffering for you guys. We have like a bunch of mosquitoes in here.
It's been humid lately, so.
They're eating us.
They're everywhere.
But
Virgil Abloh, the director of Louis Vuitton, the art director of Louis Vuitton.
because he's like the whole fashion.
But he was
thing.
the creator of Off-White, the streetwear brand Off-White.
Oh, really? I didn't know
Yeah.
that. All right.
It did horrible, right? From what I heard. Didn't it do-
Off-White?
No,
No.
Off-White is a well-established now.
Okay, I thought that was
streetwear
his.
brand.
What he?
brand.
Oh, he did. No. He did plain white T-shirts, right? Like Kanye was just basically selling plain white T-shirts.
Well, yeah, Kanye. The whole his line is just it's garbage because it's like the most basic T-shirt on the market. It's a Gildan tee. It's
Is it
horrible.
really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What?
Yeah, it's horrible. Yeah, all of his concert tees and even like a lot of his like clothing stuff that he has sold. People have brought it in, and I've seen firsthand, and it's like a Gildan tee. Like,
Oh
it's
my god.
Dude, he is like.
horrible.
Side note, really quick on Kanye. I don't know if you guys heard this or if you guys have heard if it's true, but I heard that one of his companies took some of that PPE loan or whatever that the government put out,
the
for
PUE loan.
the small business loans that the government was giving out. And he went in, and even though he just I think this year was classified a billionaire.
Yep.
Yeah, he was actually classified a billionaire this year, but like he took a loan for his business.
I'll be honest with you. I always feel like he's broke. For some reason, man. I always have this like weird thought in the back of my head, like, and I'm not talking streets broke, but
like broke.
within no, not even that. Like, I mean, I'm talking like rich broke, Like, I always have a feeling like it's a facade,
He's
like
bougie on a budget.
yeah, like there's, see the way my bank account works, that
Exactly.
type of situation where obviously we know his status and his wife, she's the real, I mean, she was the
imagine
first
she-
billionaire
yeah.
out of them. I mean, you're telling me now that he's a billionaire. That's news to me.
Yeah, I think it just got released not too long ago. I think
Okay.
it all came out with that whole thing.
I mean, I know he's got the Yeezys, the shoes and everything, but I mean, at the same time with that and keeping up with business, the fucking marketing, paying for everything. Money comes in, but it goes right back out so quick
Yeah.
that you're really not like a millionaire from that brand. You know, it takes a moment.
Yeah, because your businesses could be worth so much, but like doesn't mean you have that profit.
You're
Yes.
billionaire off assets.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Because I was thinking, like, I mean, yeah, he shouldn't be getting that loan, but like that you got to think of it. That business is separate from his
You
his
have
own
to think
personal,
about it like
right?
that.
That's
Yeah.
like,
yeah,
That's
there's
how you
people
run
that
your
he
business.
looks after,
Yeah.
or there's employees that he has. You know,
And not only that, that's how business people run it. Like
Yeah.
they keep their personal wealth separate from their business wealth.
for
Yeah.
a fact.
So
it's
I
its
mean,
own entity.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that's how you have to run a smart business because
Yep.
you don't want your business going under and you losing all your personal wealth.
Yeah.
you
So
know?
for you to think, or for anyone, excuse me, to think like, well, he's a millionaire. Why doesn't he just fund his own company? It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Not at all. You
If
wouldn't
you-
do it. And
Yeah.
you don't do
If
it.
you're not, if at the beginning, that's the way it works. But if your business is not keeping itself afloat on its own, then it's not a viable business.
If you have to keep
Exactly.
sinking money into it,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
you know you're falling
Right.
behind. But yeah, dude, I was wondering like, you know, who is candidate? Dude, I was wondering how he would do in debates.
Ooh.
If you think about it, if you put him, Trump, and Biden all on a stage and you ask him the
Wow.
questions, I feel like I'd go on one of his Kanye rants where he'd be
I
like,
mean, that's all it's going to be. It's going to be very emotional, all emotional driven, you know? Like, see the way I feel, you know? And it's just like a lot of feeling, you know?
see, I had these visions since I was a little boy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and slavery was a choice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's crazy that he said that.
Dude, when I watched him, I was like, you could see, what was it, Harvey Lyman?
Yeah.
Levy?
Yeah.
Levy? Levy?
Yeah. TMZ shit.
Yeah,
whatever.
TMZ guys.
Okay.
They were just looking at him like,
okay.
did you just say that? Like,
Yo, that other black dude on TMZ though, he let him have it
Yeah,
though.
dude.
You know, he was like, "Hey man, don't be saying that. Don't do that to us. Don't whatever." It's a crazy thing to say. It's a crazy statement. He's very off the wall. His new, I don't really want to talk about it, but because you mentioned that comment, he has similar lyrics in his new song that washes in the blood.
Mhm.
It's talking about like a genocide and people being trapped in a certain mentality. That I did understand, though. I will say that.
No, I was gonna say I kind of understand his. I know. No. Not that I agree with it. Do not agree with what he said.
Yeah.
But like the mentality where he's coming from, like it's kind of like a bar fight. Like, you know, like there's 5 of us and one of you, we can gang up on you.
Mm.
You know, kind of deal.
Basically, if
Because that's what he said. He's all, how many of us were there? You know, like kind of deal.
Yeah.
he was advocating you could have revolted.
Yes. Yeah.
Which
Which,
I guess you could
That's
argue,
fucking
but I feel like
tough.
It's I think we can get to the like kind of get to the mindset without being an asshole like that. But like, I mean, the power play that was in that mode and at that time where generations were growing up as you are this, you are this, you are this. It's, you know,
it's an uneducated comment.
yeah.
It's kind of like
For sure.
the only example I can think of is like, you know, like when your kid assumes because you're the parent you have money, you're like, why don't you just spend more money?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
they just don't understand like, well, that's not how things work,
Well,
kid.
that's how that works. Yeah.
Right. Right. Yeah. That's true. It's yeah. It's not a well thought out fucking comment. And
You can get you can see where his mind was going, but
Not that we agree with it.
Yeah.
no,
For
not
sure.
at all. Yeah, but just to kind of dissect it and try to figure out.
Sometimes, I mean, we always talk about critical thinking.
Yeah.
You got to think from both sides. You got to
Yeah.
think how that person's mindset is and how this person's mindset is, and then you throw it all on the table and hey, it's shit. You know, like,
you got to parse it out.
He's trying to provoke thought, like
Yeah.
at least that, you know.
Yeah.
If there's a good thing that could come out of that, he's just trying to provoke thought,
Yeah.
you know, for you to think and for everyone to think, for everyone that hears that comment.
Yeah.
He's basically being the martyr by saying that, you know.
He's playing
like,
devil's advocate pretty much,
sometimes
yeah.
you have to like throw yourself on the line for other people to fucking start, you know, waking up
And
and,
then-
realizing things.
Sometimes I think he's just trying to be a provocateur. Like
Yeah,
he's
for
just
sure.
trying
For
to
sure,
like
though. He's
get
definitely
like
got that personality.
like exactly with this like the presidential bid. Like,
Yeah.
is he just trying to stir up things? Like, is he just like a great PR man? Like, is he really living in the shadow of Trump? Like, is he being like a
Yeah.
good PR man? You know?
Yeah.
Because I mean, whether he actually has intentions of running or not, like people are talking about it.
right.
You know, we're talking about it.
Yeah,
Obviously,
for
you know,
sure.
so
Yeah.
like,
we spent 16 minutes
I
talking
know.
about
Look
it.
at that.
Yeah.
We're gonna move on.
We're out the
We
gate.
got him too
Yeah.
much, but Anyways, I'm still going for we're going for a celebrity presidential candidate. I want The Rock to run.
I want The Rock too.
The Rock
yeah.
for sure.
Heck yeah, dude.
The Rock, and then like
Ooh.
Jinko Wilkins. You know who that is?
No.
He's the Navy
yeah,
Marine.
yeah.
Navy SEAL, sorry.
Ooh.
Navy SEAL. So like you have like a little bit of both, you know, like center
Their
left, center
campaign
right.
could be Make America Fit Again.
Oh, there you go. Shit.
I only know David Goggins. That's like the only fucking Navy SEAL that I know.
Oh, okay. You got to look at Wilco.
And
Jocko Wilkins. Sorry.
Wilkins, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
Look him up, dude. His podcast is pretty dope.
Really?
Yeah, because
All
it's
right.
like straight up like kind of like how to be a good person, like but like gives you strict
Navy
lessons.
SEAL, right?
Navy SEAL, correct?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sick,
Yeah.
man. Dude, that's a strict lifestyle, man.
Oof.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Sometimes when because I listen to freaking David Goggins' book, and he's talking about like the strict fucking regime that they're on, and sometimes you'll think like, what could I do out of that?
Yeah.
You know, like
for
you're on the
sure.
beach running. Okay, maybe I can fucking
Nope.
run. I can't keep your pace,
Yeah.
but those are things I can do. But once they say like you get in the fucking water and you have a weight pack on you and you have to walk on the bottom of the fucking pool to front and back without taking on one breath.
Yeah,
You know, they
dude.
got so many drills that are like, nah, man, like I ain't trying to.
I can understand. Like I kind of like always want to. I've wanted to throw myself into something like that.
like to
with that
see
discipline.
test yourself. Yeah.
It's not even the test, but it's the discipline you develop because you're pushing yourself out of sheer will. You know, that's what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
And so then like you can turn that into like everything in your life, like you do with it.
Yeah.
No, it builds like this kind of builds this kind of character, but more like a mental character. Because I was actually listening to Thomas DeLore, the guy I tell you he's like a keto guru. Like he used to be like 300 pounds and he lost weight and he's like shredded now.
Yeah.
But he was talking about that like time of the days you should be working out. He's like, maybe you're maybe you're not a morning person, but if you force yourself to work out in the morning, one, the workout's harder because you're more tired, you're not up to doing, but you're also mentally tired.
Yeah.
So you're getting a very good workout because it's harder for you, but you're also getting a good mental workout because you're training your mind to do something it's not used to.
Yeah. To push past your whatever's in front of you at
That's
that moment.
Good. So
Anyways,
someone who needs to build some good mental characters, maybe Kanye before he puts out another president.
Maybe.
but I'm voting for him.
If he picks The Rock as his running mate,
I'm down.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's.
we should just get all
I
these
might do
slew
it.
of candidates, like everybody,
Yeah.
like The Rock and Kevin Hart should run.
Oh,
as a
there we go.
package.
Oh, yeah, that's a good combo.
Oof.
Yeah.
They should do a remake of Twins.
Oh, that could work. Oh my god, that's sick.
Just thought of that.
Great concept already, dude.
And him, yeah, for sure. Or Terry Crews.
Whoa!
Even better.
Yeah.
Terry Crews and Kevin Hart.
Yo,
yeah, for
that's
sure.
perfect, man. Twins is just a dope fucking concept.
Yeah.
The funny,
It's hilarious.
great.
And then Danny DeVito and
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger can do
The Governor.
yeah.
Yep.
The Governor.
Double cameo.
California.
But all right,
All right, let's go. Let's move.
we took a long time on this, so
Move on.
Yeah, we'll take a quick break, and then we'll be right back. All right. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the little break.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, this
Cabs here.
The Cavs are here.
Ed was telling us about his recent obsession with
I know.
re-obsession.
My re-obsession with Jersey Shore.
Yeah, man.
Were you guys
Everybody
original watch?
falls-
Were you guys
yeah.
original watchers? Of
I
it?
was not.
I was.
So that's
Okay.
why it's not a re-obsession. I was like, oh shit, this is actually interesting. So
Everybody gets hooked.
yeah, that's
Everyone,
what it was.
Yeah.
I just got hooked.
There is, I mean, I hate it, but there is something to be said about like trashy reality TV. Like,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
some like whenever I see it on, I'm like, God, like I don't want to be watching this. You know?
Yeah. That is that. It's the epitome for sure. That show is the epitome of that trashy, like, why the fuck am I watching this reality TV?
Do you think it's worse than the Kardashians though?
I don't watch the Kardashians.
I've never
I never
seen an
have.
episode of it.
Like
I've watched
I've just only
Yeah.
seen. I know there are clips and on Instagram or somewhere you've seen little shorts, but never watched an episode ever. But that's not like for me. That's I don't have a desire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though I like think Kim is. I think a lot of them are really beautiful, but still, that's something to say.
Yeah.
I think for men, especially, for a man to say like, I think they are all beautiful women, but I won't fucking watch the show.
Yeah.
You know, like it won't make me.
That's not selling me on
enough.
it, you know.
Yeah,
It's not-
it's not enough. But the Jersey Shore, though, man, they get into some shit.
Yeah, they do. It's because, like, I've never lived that life, but like that party life I've lived, you know,
Yeah.
like that part
Yeah.
of it. So it's like it's kind of like
Relate.
relatable a little
You're
bit.
relating to it.
Yeah, again, they're going out,
They're going
getting
out.
ready,
Yeah.
fucking waiting for the cabs, you know,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that
we're waiting
shit,
for the Ubers.
man.
The
It's
Ubers.
sick. It's so
Is that what they say
fucking
now,
cool,
too?
man.
No. They still call it calf.
Even if it's Uber now.
Yeah. But yeah, there's just like that's a different lifestyle too, you know,
Yeah.
like for sure.
Gosh.
They just encompass that.
Speaking of a different lifestyle, what the F, China?
I know,
What the
dude.
fuck, man?
We got some stories for you guys.
If you haven't heard, well, an ongoing thing is we've been talking about the real life Jumanji game we've been playing.
Yep. Yes, we have.
Yep.
And apparently it's getting worse.
Yep.
Last week we were talking about the giant bat, right?
Yep.
That's
The giant bat that we
Yeah.
saw was like 5 feet tall or something. Like
5
that?
5 foot wingspan.
Wingspan. All right.
Ooh, yeah.
If you haven't seen that episode, go back and check it out.
It'll pick
Yep.
up the kids.
Oof.
Yeah.
So hide your kids.
Snatch you. Hide your kids, hide your wife.
But what is China just released that they had a case of bubonic breakout, right?
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's like the worst of the worst.
Dude.
Right? That's got to be the worst, right?
I think yes, because it's
Or is it like Black Death?
Well,
you know?
bubonic plague, aka Black Death.
There you go. Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
basically the same thing. I think the death toll was 50 million in through the 1300s, 1400s.
And that's a shitty way to die.
Oh yeah.
And you die
Painful,
quick.
Yeah.
Like, so bubonic plague, for anybody who knows, you know, the Black Death. I mean, we've learned about it in history class.
Yep.
You basically catch it and you start vomiting blood. You basically have big old sores all over you and you're dead within 2 days. I believe now they have treatment, not a vaccine.
Oh,
Not a
okay.
I
vaccine.
thought there was a vaccine.
There is no vaccine. There is a treatment, though.
So how did they fucking die off then?
Well,
Nobody knows, dude. That's one of the big things. So
no, I thought that was this wasn't cured.
no. See,
No,
I-
I thought this is the one where they figured out like, oh, penicillin did the job like this whole time.
that's tuberculosis.
Is it
I
tuberculosis?
believe it was tuberculosis that was actually cured. That they cured now.
I could have sworn because I was watching something a while back, but it was about disease, and that was one of the things. They were like this, and it lasted for so long, and it killed so many people, like you just said, the however many millions. And it was like if we only had been introduced to washing our hands, you know, at the time, nobody would have caught it. It was something so basic that I was like blown away. I couldn't believe that that's all it took, you know.
There might be, but from what I heard, there is no actual vaccine. There is
Okay.
only treatment for it.
Okay.
So I mean, I could be wrong. Ed, you can fact check me on that.
I'm looking it up right now.
Okay.
Uh,
So, but at the time, it was thought to be eradicated.
Well, they thought they just basically got over it. So, and then I think they thought, I think this is where it comes in is that our knowledge of medical knowledge and our medical practices got better over the years. So they believe this our general knowledge kind of slowly wiped it out.
According to the CDC, there is.
Oh, there is a
it's called
cure?
a plague vaccine.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was wrong.
So, yeah, and it treats that particular disease. I can't say the name of it. There's like an actual name for it, but
Oh yeah.
that
Fuck
strand
the
of virus.
science.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starts with a Y and
What's it end with?
an A.
What? Yeah.
And it's bubonic and it's bubonic.
Correct, Mundo.
Ah. So I think the scary thing is that it raised a level of concern that they thought to
Yeah.
bring it up because I think
Yeah.
it got caught. They found. So the thing is I guess the thing that scared me was that it's not uncommon for the area. So it was somewhere in Mongolia where they actually found it. They found somebody who actually was infected with
Mongolians?
bubonic. Magnolians.
The Magnolians? Damn.
But so it's not uncommon for people to get it through every year. The thing that kind of worried me was that it worried the Chinese government, the World Health Organization, CDC. I don't know who it was,
Yeah.
whoever brought it up. It worried them enough to bring it up.
Oh.
I think they're just bringing it up now because of like they didn't bring up the coronavirus thing.
You know what?
They're trying
So
to
they're like,
be
fuck. All right, let's just try to be a little bit more transparent.
over there. This guy caught the cold. We got a person over here that's got the flu.
Yeah.
That person's got tuberculosis. They're just trying to like,
Yeah.
He's got low credit. We just got to make sure.
yeah, so you know.
Dude, you might be onto something though, because the other thing that with the life, the real life Jumanji that we're playing is another strand of swine flu.
It's making a comeback.
Yeah.
Also broke out, which is another thing that is what is it they call it, where it jumps from an animal to a human.
Oh yeah.
So,
I think that's pretty much what they say.
Yeah,
it's
whatever.
There's a scientific term for it, but we're not scientists.
We're not.
No.
I think you guys know that, but
We're street scientists.
if you weren't aware,
So with the swine flu, is it you just have to be in close contact with them? So the people that it starts with, maybe the people that are like raising, farming.
yes.
Butchering.
So I think the original person who got caught or who caught the swine flu recently was a herdsman. Like, they raise pigs or something like that.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah,
Poor
dude.
guy.
This
This guy's just fucking making a living. He's fucking feeding his family.
Just trying to get along in his life,
Yeah, is this something that he did? Like, I wonder, like, yo.
Him and the pig caught eyes one night.
He's
And
like,
then,
nah, man, fuck you, man.
I told you only that
Oink.
one time.
Yeah.
One time, bro. This time I'm gonna give you swine
You
flu.
can't fuck a pig, man.
Or maybe you can't.
Maybe you
Yeah.
can. Maybe that's
You
this
can
whole
fuck
fucking mess got
anything.
started.
It's just not right,
Yeah, you can fuck anything. It's just not right. Man, I like that, yeah.
Yes.
I guess that's, damn.
What's the fucker?
The new shirt. That's right.
Yep. You can fuck anything, but it's just not right.
The
I
fucker
like
quote,
that, yeah.
you can milk anything with nipples.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you
So it's
mil-
pretty much like the coronavirus.
Yes,
Okay, it's
yes,
a
yes.
respiratory infection. The swine flu is,
Yeah.
so.
Also known H1N1.
Correct the mundo.
Yes.
I'm gonna bring it
Is this
back.
a different strain of H1N1?
This is a different strain. So this is what
Something different.
so it's still
Airborne. Yep.
It's still airborne. It's still swine flu.
Oh, fuck.
It's still. So this is why I believe, because they believe it mutated, and so it's more passable between people now. So it's a little more riskier. It's a little more riskier than corona, I think they say, but it's not as deadly.
Oh, okay.
From what I understand.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a vaccine for it.
Yeah.
So I think it says fewer than 200,000 cases in the U.S. per year.
Dude.
So that's still pretty crazy, but
Funny enough, swine flu actually did come from the U.S.
oh really?
Yes, it actually originated here in California,
Wow.
Ooh, in California.
Dirty
Yeah.
Californians.
and then
Damn.
went up and then across borders. Now it's coming from China. So if anybody tries to blame China for this one, well, maybe this strand, but in general,
we gave it to
China
first.
virus.
yeah. But
Oh.
dude, when I first heard about it, I was just like, oh, why not? 2020, like
Why not, bro?
Man,
Let's get
dude.
all this shit out this year, and then
we'll be good for the next like 100, 150
Yeah,
years.
for
That's
sure.
what I'm hoping.
Just sail.
Yeah.
sell.
Sail.
Hopefully the Earth is healing itself a little bit while it's
purging.
Yeah. Well,
I'd like to think so.
yeah. Well, I'm thinking more about like environmentally,
Yes.
not like people.
Oh, no.
Too bad we can't like there's a disease for like really shitty criminals. You think
like,
about
can you
it,
get
like,
them?
like all the pedos, all the rapists. Like go for them.
Right.
Please,
Rapists, not racist. Did I say rapist or racist?
You said rapist.
All right, cool, perfect.
You were
Yeah.
right. You were good.
Some racists can be turned.
We can take them out too.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's just get all the shit out this year.
Yeah.
2021 fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Yeah, but we're probably just gonna still have Trump as our president.
No, dude, I was wondering. So, like, I was telling you guys how I watched Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime has a great video course on the Black Death. If you
Yeah.
guys want to check it out, 24 videos. It's kind of long, but anyways,
Ray is the
Fuck.
I'm a little nerdy
knowledge-
sometimes. But it was talking about the Black Death and like how, and just watching it, like in watching and seeing how it, the parallels to nowadays.
Okay.
I was just wondering, I was like, man, like, and they were talking about how it kind of came back in every so often. I think they had another like rising up like in the 1700s of another like strand of the Black Death came through. And then after that, you had the Spanish influenza. Then like you had, what was it? The original, you had the bubonic plague. Then you had the
Yep.
original, or plague is the Black Death.
Yeah.
And then you had the swine flu.
Ebola.
Oh, Ebola.
Yeah.
Dude, I was wondering, I was like, are these just all mutating now and kind of hitting? Like,
Hey, they could be, dude. They could be making
Yeah,
a
for
comeback.
sure.
because there was because since they're what do you call it? Respiratory. Like, is it just like, are we weaker now? So like, are they're coming out of the depths?
Ooh.
Like, these guys,
Interesting thought.
It's like, oh, it's time. We're gonna come back.
Yeah.
Because there is a thought. They were talking about the idea when they came up with the polio vaccination. Is that like since we have vaccines, like our immune systems are weaker now. Where it's a product of its own success.
Yeah.
Basically, the
Right.
polio vaccine was so good at eradicating it. Now we're actually in more danger of getting something like polio because our bodies aren't equipped to like fend it off.
Yeah.
Right.
Because funny, this is one cool fact I actually found out through the little video series was that descendants of people who survived the bubonic plague or the Black Death actually had an immunity that helped them have fight off HIV when it came out.
Oh, sure.
Really?
Yeah. So like through their genealogy evolution, they kind of like built up all this an inherited
Because you'd get
immunity.
because you would get their antibodies pretty much, right?
So your ancestors,
Yeah.
you kind of inherit, so if your ancestors were more their immune systems were better off fighting off something, then you would inherit that.
Mm.
So this comes back to the idea like we've eradicated polio for so long. Now we're kind of passing on a weaker immune system to people.
That makes sense.
So I'm wondering if that's starting to play into it. Like, this is why a lot of these kind of like things that we thought were, not the biggest issues are kind of coming back to bite us now.
Right.
Yeah.
Could possibly. Man,
Well,
I mean, that's
I'm not a scientist, but
Yeah, either am I. That brings like a thought, like what about like cancers and things like that? Like just
Yeah,
with the
dude.
human, like keeping track on the thought with like the human body just becoming a little weaker over time because of things that we've already done to ourselves, like the vaccines and shit.
maybe why there's an uptick in cancers and things like that.
Yeah, it seems like now more than ever,
Yeah,
as far as documenting cancer, this is like
that's a good question because if you think about it, like when did we hear about cancer? Like it's just recent, right? Unless it was classified as something else in the past.
That's what I was just having that same thought. Like, when did it pop up? Like when
when the government put it into it. No,
I know probably no when it's
that's-
like pretty much when the Industrial Revolution started. Like we were making all kinds of bad shit for us, Like it was just like
Ooh, you're right. Like oil, steel, working with just things we're not used to.
yeah.
Plastics,
We could be
man.
totally wrong. We
I know,
gotta
yeah.
research this.
No, yeah, like no, you're
Already in my head, I have the ultimate vaccine. We just train a bunch of water bears, tardigrades, and go in there and attack those particular cells. You gotta look at water bears. Have you guys ever
Water
seen
bear?
water bears?
no.
I just pictured a bear that was swimming. That's all.
Yeah.
You guys never seen tardigrades?
No.
Really?
What is
No.
this?
All right.
What is
let me
this
see.
warlock?
Yeah.
It's an actual animal. It's microscopic. It's an animal.
What?
Yes,
So what is this like? What do they call it?
that's it. Oh, well, Ray, throw up a picture of a water bear.
Dude, wait, didn't they have one in Ant-Man?
Wow.
Didn't they show one in Ant-Man?
Correct. It's an actual animal.
Wow.
Whoa.
It's just microscopic.
What
Holy
the heck?
shit.
And they're everywhere.
Do
And
they,
you can train them or you can use
No,
them?
no, I'm
Oh,
just saying
I was
we gotta like
do they
You got me working like
line up?
go attack these cells.
mush.
Wow. So do they okay, because I just recently seen something about fruit and washing your fruit a certain way.
Yeah,
Are these the things that live in fruit too? Like
they live everywhere and everything. There's microscopic. They and the thing is about them is they are like they can survive anything. They survive in volcanoes,
What
in the coldest
heck?
places of Earth.
Wow.
Yes.
So,
So
are you saying that these are what's going to eventually take us out?
I'm pretty sure probably.
What are they called again?
They're called water bears, but the scientific term is tardigrades. Yeah. So check it out, guys. Check it out. It's scary looking, but it's pretty cool.
Freaking knowledge is power.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're you can only see them with a microscope.
That's
Wow.
so crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't think that's far off from what I've been hearing. They were talking about the idea of like, in order to help us fight off more viruses is basically kind of like a vaccine type thing where we inject ourselves with something that basically aids our cells or aids our white blood cells or our antibodies, whatever fights. Obviously, we're not scientists.
Yeah.
Science.
Science. Yeah. I think it's the white blood cells.
But yeah, that they basically go in there and they're kind of like a trainer for our blood cells in order to kind of like help them fight other things.
That's
so
pretty cool.
and something like that, where they kind of like send something in us to help us fight other things.
Yeah.
Like, But
Damn, that's wild.
Check it out though, guys.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
it's
definitely
like
gonna
I think
Weird
like
looking.
is there a
it's like-
Netflix documentary?
no, that'd be cool. There's like that's like kind of like the idea behind a nano.
Oh,
mites,
the nanobots.
nanobots,
Yeah.
mites kind of thing, because they're tiny, dude. They're microscopic. But the thing is, like, I want to say they're considered mammals. Like,
Really? Oh, so they like
they're animals. They're actual animals. They're not like an insect or anything. They're actual
they're
animals.
not like a bacteria or anything.
No, they're actual
What?
animals. Yeah.
Whoa.
And all they do, their main thing is to just eat. They just eat
Eat what?
anything. Yeah.
The garbage disposals.
Yeah.
So they could wipe everything out.
That's what I'm saying. If we could train them for like cells, because everything they eat is microscopic.
So picture like a little circus.
Yeah, I keep seeing the whip too.
We just need to get freaking
Lining
Ant-Man
up.
in there, dude. Train
Yeah.
them all. Go after these cells.
That's so wild.
That's what's up.
But
Yeah, that's our science.
this was science with strange noise.
Yes, that's it. But look at water bears, guys. It's very interesting. It's cool.
Dude.
If you're interested in the things we are, you'll be interested in this.
Yeah.
See, the
more you know.
The more you know, exactly. We need to have the little
star.
PBS star.
That's
The
fucking
more you
wild.
know.
But that was our big PSA to be healthy. Maybe
Be
watch.
healthy, guys.
Don't drink as much.
Yeah.
Maybe go for a jog. Do some
Wear your mask.
do some cardio.
Wash your hands.
Get some vitamin D in you.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other vitamin D.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Either one you prefer.
Whatever D you
Yeah,
like.
hey.
We don't discriminate against
Not at
the
all.
Whatever D you prefer.
Yeah,
But
Doesn't matter to me.
I guess with that we'll close it out in this
yeah,
episode.
for sure.
Yeah, I
So-
think that's a safe way to safe time to get out.
Enjoy the D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button.
Yep.
Hit that little bell icon to get notified whenever we drop anything on YouTube. Also follow us on the socials.
Yep. The Twitter, the Instagram, and we don't have a Facebook, do we?
We do.
I think
Oh shit,
we
we
do.
do have a Facebook.
Yeah.
So
And a MySpace.
yeah. If you're
MySpace,
you're rocking that
Foursquare.
MAGA hat and you're over 50, you're probably on Facebook. So
Yeah.
check us out there.
You can find us there.
But I guess that's it for this episode.
All right, guys.
That's it, man.
Catch
See you
guys.
next time.
Catch you guys in the next one.
Later.
Peace.